to the Entrefluential Life podcast. This is the early morning show. I'm your host, Sebastian Tanner.
And I'm your co-host, John Tanner.
How you doing
Welcome
today,
to episode
Dad?
69.
We have the first exercise is 20 squats. They always put their arms out. It's really great to maintain your balance, that you're strengthening your ab muscles. You gotta squat down. You can look in that picture right there. You see how low he's going. If you're not going that low or a little bit lower, no. Don't do that. Go low. You want to be at a good degree. You want to have almost
45 degree angle.
Yeah, 45 degree, exactly. So our next exercise after this one is 20 lunges. They're doing what looks, it could be a walking lunge or it could be a stationary lunge. Then you're gonna do 40 side to side chops. This is gonna be good for the obliques, the core muscles. This is a good exercise. I haven't seen this one before, but I like it.
It is new, yeah, and it is good for the obliques. Absolutely.
Exactly. Our next exercise is going to be 20 climber taps. This is also a new one. I love this, man. I love seeing new exercises. I want to try this out. So it's just like the mountain climbers, except when you bring the left foot up, you're going to take your right hand and tap your ankle.
Yeah, I'm gonna try this. So I did the mountain climbers this morning when I was at the gym.
Nice.
And I did 30 of them for each set. I did 3 sets of 30.
Wow.
But I'm gonna try it now with the tap because I never saw this before.
You know what? With the mountain climbers, I think that the body can. It's an exhausting workout, but it's the difference in the taps is that you're slowing down that motion, which means that you're going to work yourself that much harder because you're slowing it down. The mountain
but the thing
climbers
is that when I'm doing my climbers, I'm in the point position, so I may have to elevate up to go tap. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So so you instead of being in like the plank, you want to stay up like this. So
for that,
it's going to work your shoulders. Like your shoulders are going to be burning, and then you have to work that core to reach under and tap your toe, and then boom, back to the next one. This is a great variation of mountain climbers. I've never seen this one before. I'm surprised that I haven't, but I love this. Our next exercise, you think that you're going to get up from that plank position, you're wrong. You're going into 10 push-ups. You're
burn, baby.
Fire. You think it's going to get better. It's not. You're going to work even harder.
It's getting hot in here.
It is going to get hot in there. You're going to be dripping in sweat. I'm telling you. This
you're going to stop touching your toes. Now do 10 push-ups.
Yup.
Ready, set, goes.
And then 20 shoulder taps. So that's our next one is 20 shoulder taps. Again, you're still in that plank type of position. Now we have the third exercise where your shoulder is I'm sorry, if your shoulders weren't on fire for those climbers and then they weren't on fire for the push-ups, now you're going to be on fire. Now we're doing our shoulder taps. You're going to stay in that plank position and then boom, go and tap your shoulder so that all that stability is focused on one arm when you're tapping that shoulder. So plank, tap the shoulder, tap the shoulder. I've done those before. These are intense. It's a really great workout, especially with the way that they execute these exercises. The order of the exercises is very important because by staying in this plank type of position for 3 exercises in a row,
you're extending the burn.
You're going to extend that burn. You're going to feel, I believe it's called the lactic acid buildup. So whenever you're exercising and those muscles are on fire and you feel like they're burning, it's really a good feeling. You're going to have to learn to push. Next exercise is going to be 20 sit-ups. This one, you can just look at the picture right there. It's pretty self-explanatory. This exercise is not that confusing. Start off, lay it down, your legs flat on the ground, come up, bring your wrists are essentially going to go just past your knees. The next exercise, we have 20 sitting twists. What would you know? What did I talk about when I saw those 40 side-to-side chops? I talked about the sitting twist. And now they're bringing it back. So,
and you're going to feel the burn.
You're going to feel the burn. And also, guys, if you can't have your legs elevated, your heels aren't elevated, like at least 3 inches off the ground, or maybe let's say you can do 5 good form Russian twists with your feet off the ground, but then you get to the point where, you're still building up those leg muscles and you can't keep them off the ground. That's okay. Let them go down still stay lean back and continue doing the twist, because as you improve, you're going to get to more repetitions with your legs up, and that makes the workout harder. That's what I do when I'm at the boxing gym. When the coach has to start doing ab workouts, I get to some of them, like after the end of the workout, I'm dead. And then I'm working on my core muscles right now. I get to the point like I can do maybe 10 of those or whatever the number is. He has us going not for 20 reps. He has us going for whenever he tells us to stop. So you got to keep going. That's what I'm doing. And every time I go back there, I can hold my legs up a little bit longer. So I would say do that, guys. Don't feel like ashamed of yourself. You have to quit, whatever. If you can't do it, that's fine. Do what you can for good reps.
Yeah, if you can't
Let
do
them
20,
down.
do 3, do 5. Just do something and
There's
add
always a
an
modification.
extra rep every time.
Yes, you can modify your workouts, tailor them to yourself. So just do what you can
Yeah,
and
don't injure
always
yourself.
push.
You know, be the turtle, take your time,
Yes,
but push yourself a little bit, because the growth is outside of your comfort zone.
exactly. When you feel like you're really suffering, like you want to throw up and pass out, you're pushing your body there. If you don't feel like you're that tired, you're not going to make a change. It's not going to happen. Like if you want to really get to the next level, you need to be exhausted. So our last exercise on our list is 20 get-ups. I've never seen this before. This looks actually, I have seen Joe Rogan do something like this with a kettlebell. Oh, that was just one set. Level 1 is 3 sets. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
an intense workout. It's gonna really burn. We have our mental tip of the day is by Brendan Burchard. This guy is amazing. My father introduced me to him. He sends me his podcast episodes and stuff all the time. And when I listen to this guy, his energy and enthusiasm towards life is amazing. You don't want to listen to someone that's freaking miserable all the time. You know who they are. They're in your life. And it sucks. You have a choice with life. You gotta fill your mind with positive stuff. That's why we have our mental tip of the day, sharpen the saw. And you want to have that positive outlook. He's so amazing to listen to. You guys have to check him out if you don't know who he is.
You gotta your time, your what you put into your mind with people who are worthy of emulating.
Yes, exactly. Someone good to look up to, someone that's doing something with their life.
Yep. Do what they do. Okay. Success leaves clues. So go do what they do.
Yes, absolutely. This one is The 5 Virtues of the Millionaire Messenger by Brendan Burchard. Our first virtue is my life experience, my message, and my voice are valuable. You got to know your self worth. Our second virtue, if I don't know it or have it, I will go out and learn it or create it. This is that go-getter mentality. If you don't have it, you use the cards that you're dealt. And if you don't have enough cards, you're gonna go find that Jack, King, or Queen, or whatever. I'm gonna go buy a new deck. I'm gonna make the damn deck. I'm gonna make it happen no matter what.
And then I modified it and I added a quote from it's actually a title of a book from Marie Forleo, which is the next part. Everything is
figure outable.
Yep.
I love this outlook. I learned this a lot with garage doors because as I started getting experience, I'm like, okay, these problems that I had at the beginning, there's a solution. There's a solution. So
you have to be resourceful.
Exactly. Don't get too upset. Don't get frustrated. You gotta find the resource. Be resourceful.
Yep. So a closed mind says I can't do it. An open mind says, how can I do it?
Yes.
How can I fix it?
Think outside the box.
Yeah. Closed mind, I can't. Open mind, how? How am I gonna fix this?
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Our third virtue is I will not let my small business, small in parentheses, I will not let my small business make me small-minded.
And then I modified this one with a quote from Amy Porterfield, the one who I told you I love her podcast. By the way, she's made over $100 million, so I think she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah, there's got to be some credibility over there.
Yeah. So she says, my business is a small but mighty business.
Yeah, I love that.
Me too.
I love that. I mean,
I think of Mighty Mouse when I say that.
Huh?
Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse. I think of that. Yeah.
The cartoon?
Yep. That is funny. It's like Popeye with the spinach.
Or Puppy Power. Scrappy Doo, right?
Scrappy Doo.
Yeah. Puppy power.
I love that, man. That is fine. I'm gonna insert that too.
So you might be small, but you could be mighty.
Exactly. And you can make big waves. You don't have to
Oh,
be a massive
absolutely.
franchise. You
Uh,
can
Actually,
make waves in
running
your
lean
field.
is running lean is running green. Okay, the smaller you
Yep.
are, the more money you keep for yourself.
Exactly. Yeah, like that. Keep the cheddar coming, baby. Our
Cha-ching.
virtue. our we have two more virtues. Our fourth one is, oh man, this is amazing. This is a great thing. I am a student first, a teacher second, and a servant always.
Yep, I
This
love that.
is beautiful because
Yeah,
you can look at people that are highly in their respective fields. Like I'm into this boxing stuff now, so I'll use a boxer for example. When you see a fighter that is already doing well, but they still listen to their coach
yeah,
and they don't think that they know everything,
yeah,
it makes them seem so much more humble. When you see a
yeah,
business owner that has money or whatever, but they
yeah,
still have a conversation with
yeah,
average Joe, you can
yeah,
learn something from anyone. So
yeah,
this is a good humility lesson in this
yeah.
virtue. I'm a
You'll
student
notice,
first.
I've heard this so many times. You'll notice that, like, if you go to a seminar and you look at the people who are the top speakers, they're there taking notes like everybody else because they're always learning too.
Wow.
Yep.
That's right. Because you can always, in this life, you're never going to know everything. And people
Yep.
are
And we forget.
so unique that they can, I don't want to say reinvent the wheel, but they can look at how that wheel can turn a little bit faster and go a little
Yeah.
bit longer. They
There's so
can
many
grease
different
up that
iterations.
wheel. Huh?
There's so many different iterations of the
There
wheel.
is, and that's what, like, every single person is unique. It's like
Yeah.
fighters. Every fighter has a little bit of a different style. They can come like they can design their fight game in a way that emulates someone, but they are gonna do things that's unique to them. It's the same thing
Right.
with everything in life. Everyone has something unique to
Yeah.
offer.
Yeah. And
You
so you
gotta
should
have
be
an
taking
open
notes of it, right?
mind. Yes, don't have a closed mind, guys. Don't keep the blind
Yeah.
shut over here. You gotta be open
Always,
to what you can
always
see.
be learning.
Exactly. And then that brings us to our final virtue number 5. We have mastery is my way of life. I think that this is incredible because this is my way of living.
Yeah.
Mastery. I want to be a master. I don't want to just be
Yep.
average. I
I
don't
don't
want
want
to
to be
just
average. I want to be the
float
best
on
of the best.
by. I
Yeah.
love
I
this.
want
You
to
want to
fly
be
in
the
Lear jets.
best. Yeah.
Yes. I want
That's how you
limos, Lear
succeed,
jets,
man.
a McLaren,
Yes.
a Ferrari. Why not? Because why
Why
not?
not?
Because why not?
Because why not? You want to be a master, and that will,
Yeah.
it'll take you so far. Like,
It sounds like more. It sounds like more work, but it's also a lot more fun.
it really is, because when you get that skill level, it makes everything more fun. Like when I
Yeah.
began this job, I had high hopes and dreams. And I got to a point where I started running into customizations. And I'm like, okay, every time I run into a customization to make something work, I got aggravated with it. And my boss is like, bro, your mental state, no good right now. This is 80% a part of the job is customization. So with that being said, I'm like, okay, my mental state is off right now. It is off. I'm getting frustrated that this isn't just a piece of cake, and it's not supposed to be a piece of cake. And life would be too easy if everything was just a piece of cake for everyone to eat. And yeah, and here's $1 million for you and for you and for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like that. When you
Yeah.
have that mastery mindset, I was like,
Actually,
you know what?
can we pause there for a second because I want
Yeah,
you just opened up an idea, a thought that I think could be elaborated just a little bit. Okay.
yeah, yeah,
You said that life is not easy. It's not just slice of pie and $1 million for everybody. The
yeah.
reason why is because if everybody got that, the system would break. It would
It
fall
would.
apart. Who's going to pick up the trash? Who's going to cook the food? If everybody's a millionaire, nobody's doing that, then nothing gets done. So you see why God allows those things to happen? It's for a
Yes.
reason. That doesn't mean you have to be stuck in that position for a long period of time. Maybe you're a janitor today and you could become a teacher tomorrow, and then you could
Yep.
become the president in 10 years from now. The point is, like, you can grow and scale, but we need all of these things to function. It has to happen for a good reason.
Absolutely does. It's not, life isn't meant to be sunshines and rainbows, super cakewalk, but with your perspective, you can make it that way. You can live a fruitful life.
Master
With
everything that you
honor.
do, because it's a process. Everything, the way you do anything is the way you do everything.
Or, yeah, and the way you do one thing is how you do everything, right?
That's
Like,
right. Right.
it's like, and that goes to say, like, the little things matter in your life. So the way that you
It's
live, like,
it's
if you
all
live like a pig,
self-discipline.
yeah, if you live like a slob, first of all, you don't want to have someone come on over. It also kind of tells me a little bit more about you. Like, you're not
Yeah,
really a go-getter. If
yeah.
you
If
leave
you're
the
a slob in
laundry
your personal
everywhere,
life, you're probably going to be a slob in your business life as well, and that's not good for business.
it's not, if you can't even make your bed when you wake up in the morning, guys, if you
Yep.
can't do something as simple as that, putting the
Yep.
dishes away or whatever, or sweeping up once a week on Sundays or whatever it is, whenever your cleaning day is, how
Yep.
in the world do you think that you're going to run a business and be successful if you can't even devote yourself to keeping the home clean? The home is your
Yep.
sanctuary.
Yeah.
So if you can't do
And
something simple like that,
yep. And it's like that Navy SEAL said, when you make your bed in the morning, at least if you've had a terrible day, at least you know you're going to come home to a perfectly made bed and you have one good thing
yes,
waiting for you at home. At least that.
yes.
The spiritual tip of the day comes from 2 Timothy, and this was written from a book called Living the 66 Books of the Bible by Dr. David Jeremiah. So this is a quick one-page summary of the second book of Timothy, which was a letter written by Timothy.
Uh-huh.
Right. And so so this gives us some instruction manuals of how to apply this wisdom from the Bible into our daily lives.
Yeah, it's amazing too.
It absolutely is. Imagine receiving a personal letter from a prisoner on death row, written just before his execution. That's what you're reading in 2 Timothy. This is Paul's final letter addressed to his associate, Timothy. So this was Paul writing to Timothy.
Wow.
Yeah, I love this. This is Paul's final letter addressed to his associate, Timothy, and to all of us, shortly before his execution in the days of Emperor Nero. If you read it against that background, you'll feel its emotional pull and finality. This was Paul's goodbye to us. Amazing. Two themes dominate the letter. The first half of the book encourages us to be strong, to fan into the flame the gifts God has given us, and to never be ashamed of the gospel. The last part of the letter exhorts us to guard our ministry and our message, handling God's word correctly and preaching the word in season and out. One special verse has guided church discipleship programs for centuries. And the things that you have heard from me among many witnesses, commit these to faithful men who will be able to teach others also. Notice the three generations here. Paul taught Timothy, Timothy taught faithful men, and these faithful men were to teach others. So we're passing these virtues along.
Yep.
Discipleship spreads from person to person, generation to generation. The process can be as simple as showing the younger members of your family how you go about your daily Bible study or quiet time. Discipling someone can be as informal as sharing verses of scripture or as formal as a church discipleship group.
Mm.
However it works for you, pass on to others what has been passed on to you. All right, Sebastian, you got the 4 key themes?
Yes. Our key theme is disciple those who are younger in the faith so they will be able to disciple others also. It's kind of like going back to our tips from our virtues from Brendan Burchard. You got to be a servant always. Always
Yes.
look to how you can serve somebody else, and then they will do the same. And
Yep.
you created a ripple effect right there. Our key
Yep.
challenge: whatever your age, make yourself available to share and teach the word to others. This is great because you don't have to just be an adult. You don't have to be someone that's fully flourished in their life and their age. Like, you can be someone that's young and you can still have something to teach others about the word. Our key verse: you, therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Christ Jesus, and the things that you have heard from me among many witnesses, Commit these to faithful men who will be able to teach others also. This is 2 Timothy verses 2, 1 through 2. And then lastly, our key prayer. Lord, thank you for those who have discipled me in my faith. Now please give me opportunities to disciple others as well. This is amazing because you never know when you're going to be in a time of your life when you need someone to disciple you.
If you're listening to this message, if you're watching this show, it's because God put it in your pathway for a reason. And so just like we're being a light to you through sharing this wisdom, you can be a light to others as you grow in your knowledge of God and of all the good things that he has in store for you. As you take those into you, his desire is to use us as vehicles to share that same message to help serve others as well. You'll be able to pay it forward and serve other people as well. If you're a business owner, then you're going to delight in this information because it is going to help you run your business more professionally. Now, when I say professionally, I mean you open up a business, you're providing your services, and you're in the trenches doing the job, wearing all the hats. You're the accountant, you're the marketer, you're the salesperson, you're the chief executive officer. You're doing everything. You're wearing all the hats, chief operations officer, and so forth. And so and you're also the chief of human resources. You're recruiting people. And so one of the things that you should be doing in your business planning, there's actually 4 different compartments of planning that we talk about in the small business improvement plan. Those 4 components, one of those 4 components is what I call category 2, tactical plans. And in tactical planning, I created this 3R system, and I just borrow information from other people like Donald Miller, and I just simplify it in my own way. And so I took from the learnings that I gathered from him and from other people, and I created this list of what you should have in this one particular section, human capital. Now, human capital, you have financial capital, you have structural capital. Those are the 3 components of category 2, tactical planning. And in human capital, we have the 3R system. You can memorize this by just thinking about the 3R system. The best way for you to draw in human capital allows you to multiply yourself. You can't clone yourself and go make a bunch of U's, well, but you can hire people and you can train them to do what you do so that you can make more money. Okay?
Yes.
Because you only have a finite amount of time in order for you to do your job. But if you have 10 people, you just expanded yourself to accomplish 10 times more what you can do on your own. So that's where human capital comes in. You can make money off of other human beings, human capital. So how do you bring human capital into your business? The 3R system is very simple: recruit, reward, to retain, right? Recruit and reward to retain. So bring them in, that's your recruiting. How do you recruit? Well, you do things like put advertisements through different websites like Indeed, Monster.com, whatever. Go find those sites. You can put it out there. You can also recruit through social media. You can put now hiring ads on Instagram. You can make a video on YouTube and TikTok. So you can also use your sphere of influence and say, hey guys, I'm hiring, on your Facebook. Hey guys, I'm hiring. I need somebody to be a salesperson in Jacksonville, Florida. Send me anybody who knows how to sell real estate. Okay. So you can use your sphere of influence. And then you can also pay a recruiting company like a staffing agency to send you some temporary staffing. Yeah. And then also you can go to places like Upwork, right? Or Fiverr to find independent contractors to do short-term gigs. Okay. So those are a few different ways of doing recruitment to bring people in. Now, once you bring people in, you want to reward them and recognize them for their successes so that they will stay with you. Yeah. There's also a step in between from the time you recruit them to the time you start giving them rewards and recognition. The space in between that is having a proper onboarding program. Your onboarding program will include things like a policy and procedures manual, a training program that could be a series of videos that they watch that explains everything they need to know about coming and working with your company, about your company culture, about your mission, your vision, your values. and then how to do the job, right? What are your standard operating procedures? Have those documented so that the new person, the new recruits, can follow your system in order to do the job, the task that they're being assigned to do, whether that be an employee or a 1099 subcontractor. Another thing that I recommend that you do that I found beneficial when I went to work as a night auditor for Hotel Sofitel in Miami, which is no longer there. It's a different hotel now under a different brand, but same location, different brand. But when I went to work there as a night auditor, I was the manager in charge at night during the graveyard shift from 11 to 7 in the morning. Right. And so because of that responsibility, and maybe it might be the case for all employees, I don't know, but being a manager level position, I got to go eat with the chief financial officer, because either the CEO or which is called the general manager. Wow. Either the general manager or the chief financial officer will take the employee out and have lunch with them and get to know them. So I think that's a good idea. I think you should take your one of the executives of your company should take out every employee that you hire to lunch to get to know them and let them get to know you, right? It personalizes the experience and makes them feel valued. And when people feel valued, they tend to stay working for you. So yes. I think that's another another important thing to do in your onboarding program. And another thing you should do before you wrap up your onboarding is that you should have the employee create a plan of action. What do they want to do to grow in your company? Have them write it out so that they can start working towards accomplishing that goal that they create that plan to do. Plan your work, then work your plan. Begin with the end in mind, right?
Yes. From
the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Here's a couple of more things that you do. So as far as how you manage your human capital, your human resources, your team, you can have a nice compensation plan that's competitive. As a matter of fact, I think it's beneficial for you in the long term. If whatever the market is paying for that type of job that you're doing, go above it. Yes. Pay them more than what the market is paying, because they will be less tempted to go work for your competitors. So that's pay them above market value and add bonuses. Bonuses should be tied to performance. So like if the person does above and beyond whatever their assignment is, then attach a bonus to it so that they feel that like they're actually being rewarded for their hard work. And when they do that, they're willing to work harder, obviously, because there's financial success involved with it, right? A financial reward involved with it. So yeah, besides the financial reward, pay them well, give them bonuses. Then there's also symbolic rewards. Okay, you recruit, you reward them. Here's some symbolic rewards. I'm going to give you some ideas. I want to get you to start thinking outside of the box with how you can reward your people. You can give them swag boxes. This could be a part of your onboarding program. A swag box could be something like a gift box that says welcome aboard. And inside of that gift box, you could have like something to clean their glasses with your company logo on it. You could have a personalized stamper so that when they're writing letters, they could put their name and the company name on the outside of the envelope. You could have a personalized stamper for them.
Or a Yeti mug. Those Yeti cups. Those Yeti cups.
Yeah.
Like for the coffee in the morning, you want to keep the coffee hot during the day or keep it cold. It's going to do that. Stuff like that is great because those are expensive and people don't want to just go and spend money on a Yeti.
Right.
You have your company's logo on the Yeti. It looks so cool because it's like, oh, look, check this out. Look what my boss gave me. I got this Yeti. I never had someone give me this before with a company. This is dope.
Exactly. Another thing that you could do is you could put the company brand on a paper staple remover like this. Okay, I love this. I've had this. This is from Appraisal Associates of Dade. I got this like 20 years ago. I still use it.
Wow.
Yeah. So little things like that in a swag box, a company shirt with a logo on it would be nice.
That would be very nice. Yes.
You could have custom awards made. Okay. So like, let's say that when they reach the 5-year anniversary, let's say that you give them a Mont Blanc pen. Right, a special Mont Blanc pen with a personalized thank you letter, something like that. A 5-year reward, $500 pen. Yeah, that's a lot of value. Okay, to show that you really acknowledge and recognize them, and think about the people who are watching that at an award ceremony that you hold every year in December. Christmas party and award ceremony, and they see that and they're like, oh my God, if I make it to 5 years, I can get a Mont Blanc pin. It gives them motivation to stay and hit that next goal, right? That next milestone.
Right.
You're planting a seed in your new employees. All right. Then you can have like a backpack could be a reward for something like, hey, you get your 1 year anniversary. Here's a backpack with some stuff for you to go on vacation. Throw some gift cards in there, some popcorn, candy, and all that jazz. And say, you know, whatever, a towel, beach towel. Hey, congratulations for making a 1 year anniversary. We're giving you a 3-day weekend cruise to the Bahamas. Here's your backpack. Here you go. You know,
I was just about to say a vacation. I'm just so happy that you said that, because that is like, oh my God. You tell me vacation and I'm like, oh, cruise? You have me. That's it.
Yeah, because
You
it's
have
so
me at
hard.
cruise.
How many of us don't go on vacation because we don't plan for it, we don't finance it, and so we don't do it, and so we're stuck working and working like we're in the freaking rat race, like we're the hamster in the hamster wheel, and we don't feel like we're just like life. What's life doing to us, man? But if your company steps up and creates the vacation for you and just says, here you go, and all you gotta do is show up,
That's
then
amazing.
you're gonna be so. First of all, your company is going to be like one of the top 500 places to work because everybody's going to be so happy to work for you.
Yeah.
Right. And they're going to come back rested and recharged because they have vacated their life for a little while. That's called vacation. Vacated their life. They got to rest and recharge their batteries, emotional batteries, and they come back and they love you even more because you just made something happen that they've been dreaming of, but couldn't do it on their own. They needed your help and you have the resources to do it. So why not? Right.
I've never even seen a place that does that. Like,
right?
that is
Me neither,
next
but
level.
I think that's the kind of company I want to own. You know, I want us to be able to do that for our staff when we grow. And so, like, do that. I challenge you to do that. Okay, so do you have other types of rewards? Like, you could offer a safety award for somebody who takes initiative to create a safe environment. You could have an innovation award for somebody who comes up with an amazing idea that you can implement in your business to grow your business. Have an innovation award, and these awards could be some kind of a trophy that you give to the employees. Let me show you an example. So this is a trophy that I got when I graduated as the honor graduate in Navy boot camp. So this is a bronze trophy that was given to me, and it was because I was the honor graduate for Division 933 in boot camp. This is very valuable to me, and bless you, Sebastian. That was in 1999, and I still have this trophy, and I'm still proud to have this trophy. Things like this, you can create characters like this. An innovation award could be something futuristic, and it just really shows people that you appreciate them. You know, the military loves these kind of things, right? So here's a couple more examples. Crap, I'm tearing up my
bookshelf.
My shelf over here. I better not do that. Well,
you know what's cool? It feels so amazing to get a trophy or something.
Here's a symbolic. It's a coin, right, from the FBI National Academy Associates. This was one of their sessions, and the guy who was leading this, who owns this division, the executive director, gave me this as a souvenir. And so, like, things like this right here have value. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, little things like that. And I was going to show you a patch, but I don't want to tear up my thing over there. So, like, I'm just going to go. But I got a patch that was given to me from some sailors that I met, and so just another thing that I'm just sharing with you is there's different trinkets that you can use to show your value to your employees. Here's a couple of more ideas. Okay, I'm going to keep going with these. Gift cards, peer recognition, invite them to lunch, thank you videos, time off, a wall of fame. You can have a wall of fame in your office where people can look and say, oh yeah, okay, these are the like successful leaders of the company. Catered meals, handwritten notes, team activities, a team trophy. Have teams competing with each other and have who wins the trophy for the quarter.
That's fun.
A VIP parking spot.
Oh.
Wealth Club membership. I'm sorry, Health Club membership.
Wealth Club, baby.
Both. Cruise weekend, which we already talked about. Oh, by the way, I put with limo service to the cruise line.
Oh.
Yeah, and event tickets to like a basketball game, right? So those are different ways.
Fantastic.
those are ways to show symbolic awards. Now, let me go through a couple of more different things here because I want to wrap up. Training development, you should have a training program for career growth. Give them access to training so that they can become more capable, more skilled to move up in your company, right? So what kind of training do they need? Provide them with an opportunity to earn an MBA or something similar to that, right?
Yeah.
That would be very beneficial to them and very beneficial to you in the long run. Culture, have training that talks about how to create a positive work environment so that everybody does their part. Goal setting. Goal setting is important training because it helps prevent the employees from falling into bad habits.
Right.
A wellness program. Have a wellness program that provides mental health counseling, which you can pay for a package deal for your whole company. And then also have a fitness program where you provide some kind of sponsorship for them to go to the gym. It's going to be beneficial for you. It's very low cost for you to pay for their gym membership so that they have good physical energy to do a better job when they're working for you. And then the other thing is give them pay time off if they decide to go volunteer at some community event, because that way they're serving the public and you're helping to serve the public by paying for them to have the time off to go do that. And it gives them a break from the office. It gives them a break from the work environment to go do that activity. So they're still getting paid, but they're getting paid to go do some volunteer services, which creates goodwill for your company as well. Right. All right. And then work-life balance. Like you have to make sure that your work environment is flexible so that they can meet their family needs, because we all have family lives and that's the most important thing to us. And sometimes we need to take time off to go see a doctor. Sometimes we need just a mental health day. And so make sure that you have a flexible work environment so that your people are always happy. And then also give them a generous pay time off program so that they can take vacations more frequently so that they're rested and recharged and do a better job. Trust me, they'll do a better job when they have more time off so that they can live a good life, work-life balance. Yeah. And then the last thing that I want to end with is, and as part of having a plan, obviously you have your company plans and then the employee has their own life plans. And so what you want to do is you want to create an employee work balance. So what I created was this report that they will fill out on a monthly basis. And it says employee plus business monthly alignment review.
Oh.
Employee and business monthly alignment review. So what it says here, and this is the thing that I was talking about. If you send us an email, I'll send you a copy of this. It'll be in the training that Sebastian's doing for strategic business planning.
Yeah.
So the section number 1 is key company objectives. They have to write down the 3 key company objectives. So it makes sure that they're in alignment with what your mission is. So they need to know what your mission is. The department focus area. Every month you have department meetings. What are the focus for that department that they work in? If they work in accounting, what are the 5 goals for the accounting department? And they'll write those down. Personal goals. They'll write 5 of their own personal goals so they can track every month. Are they working towards achieving their personal goals? And then they have professional growth targets. Where do they want to accomplish professionally? 3 growth targets on there. So they complete this and a supervisor will review that with them on a monthly basis to ensure that they're growing, right? If it doesn't get written down, it doesn't get done. So this is a great way for them to be in alignment with the company and to have goals that will keep motivating them to move forward, to grow with you and to grow as an individual as well. And then the next thing on the back I have here is a quarterly performance evaluation. There's 4 quarters in the year, and you measure off these different things like, well, standard number 1, familiarity with the top 3 company objectives. Do they know what your mission is? And are they helping to achieve that mission? Standard not met, satisfactory, or excellent. Standard number 2, contribution to department's top 5 focus areas. Standard not met, satisfactory, or excellent. Where are they? Very simple. Standard 3, punctual and well prepared. Actively participates in daily huddles. Standard not met, satisfactory, or excellent. Standard number 4, clear on their top 5 personal goals. Standard not met, satisfactory, or excellent. And then standard number 5, making progress towards professional growth targets. Not met, satisfactory, or excellent. 5 standards. And so at the end of the quarter, you do this quarterly review. And by the end of the year, you scale them on a score of 1 to 5. How well are they? Are they a high achiever? Are they average? Or are they below average? And that will determine whether or not they're going to stay with your company. Are they a good fit? Or maybe they need to look for another opportunity that's more aligned with what they want in their life. So those 2 documents will help you. Remember, documentation tracking gives you 2 things. Number 1, it gives you a goal to work towards, but it also shows you revert and reverse what's been going on. And that's beneficial for you and the employee, because through change, right, by tracking the changes, you can see if they're making progress. And if it's not a good fit, it's not a good fit. But if it is a good fit, now you've got documentation to show that, hey, now it's time for you to promote this person because they've been doing a good job.
That's right. Absolutely right.
And that's it. That is the human capital business plan under tactical planning. That's our Entrefluential tip of the day.
All right, guys. Well, this was an amazing episode. I had a lot of fun with you. This was great. This was my most favorite Entrefluential tip of the day. Like, this is so
it keeps getting better and
insightful.
better, baby. This is a morning show, and we hope that you go out there and crush it. Have a positive, fantastic day, and be a salt and light to others.
Yes.
To us, and just go out there and
amplify your message. Attack the weak. Don't react to it.
And go out there and crush it as entrepreneurs, man. You guys are influencers as well. So be a positive light to others.